All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I would like to give all praise and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, Bahashem, Rakakadash. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders of GMS who rule well, teach well, being great example to his younger brothers, and peace and blessings, salutations to the hopeful lake out there, pushing his word in truth and in sincerity across the four winds in the name of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, pushing to get up out of here. Shalom to the hopeful lake, the listeners, the believers who have came back, all right, to the obedience of the scriptures through faith in Yahweh Bashim Al Shah. And what I want to touch on today, is pretty much, a question, we have to ask ourselves, is do we believe, you know, as we, are constantly, growing and understanding, and wisdom, the thing that we have to ask ourselves, from time to time, you know, is do we believe? All right, we understand that the scriptures talk about salvation and how Yahweh Shai is coming back, but do we believe that? It's something I had to ask myself, like, do I believe, that an entity, is coming from another realm, to deliver, a particular lineage, of people in the earth, you know? I had to ask myself, do I believe, I'm gonna be changed in the twinkling of an eye? Do I believe in the everlasting kingdom? You know? And these are things, all right, that we have to believe, man. Do I believe, that I have a chance to be, a joint heir with Yahweh Shai? And the thing about it, you come to the conclusion whether you believe or not, and then that promotes, all right, that provokes a particular action, that provokes a particular, mindset. All right, you can tell what someone believes in by their actions. All right, your actions show what you believe in. As we can see now, what are we seeing a lot of people doing? People are complying and taking the juice. Why? Because they believe in this system forward and continuing on. You know, they believe in this system, all right, being forwarded. So their action is showing what they believe. All right. So on the opposite end, we believe this place is going down. So we constantly speak it into existence. We're constantly speaking the downfall and the destruction of this place into existence because we believe, as the scriptures say. I'll start off there. That'll be the one to start off with. When you get 2 Corinthians 4. All right, this 2 Corinthians 4 and on 13, it says, we having the same spirit of faith. All right, that spirit of faith, that belief, according as it is written, I believe and therefore have I spoken. We also believe and therefore speak. Yeah. So the men that you see out here on the front line, man, the men that you see teaching this word, with truth and sincerity, you know, hey, they're speaking out of belief. We're speaking on something that we really believe. It's not a thing of, it's just our duty to do this, but we believe this. It get to the point where you believe this, man, and when you believe something, you don't need, any outside motivation. All right, if you believe it, that's why scriptures say, "Be fully persuaded in your own mind." There's a lot of artists, men, women, all right, that have became famous, as artists, all right, and it was. You got to understand that at one point in time, they was the only one that believed in themselves, and it showed through what their work ethic. All right, they probably learned to play different musicians. They started studying. The great songwriters. They started working on their voices for as the runs and the pitches and range. All right, because something within them believed. So their actions started showing what they believe. you know? So just like this ministry, all right, if we're fully persuaded, we don't need no outside entity to tell us anything. We don't need no, all right. Of course, it comes times where we in the flesh and this flesh, get tired, this flesh will want to chill. you know, this flesh will want to be comfortable. But see, our belief system, like, nah, fuck that. You know, do you know what we got on the line? Do you know what's at stake? All right. And then Apostle Paul said, look, woe to me if I don't preach the gospel. You know, so that destruction, you know, is pretty much like we on the journey. And if we look back, it's destruction right behind us, man. You see, so we're pressing towards that mark, as the scriptures say, man, that we really, you know, have to examine ourselves, you know, when it comes to, you know, really asking ourselves if we believe. Now, when you go 1 Corinthians 13:5, it says, doth not, um, must be 2:5, Salakia. This is 2 Corinthians 13:5, and it says, examine, all right, examine yourselves whether you be in the faith. All right, examine yourselves whether you be in the faith, man. And when you examine yourself, you know, it has to be an honest assessment. All right, when you go to that word examine, all right, in the Greek, the word is perazzo, all right. It says to try a thing, to try whether a thing can be done, all right. And it says to try or test one's faith, virtue, or character by enticement to sin. And it says of the Most High to afflict evils upon one in order to prove his character and steadfastness of his faith. You know? So the things that we go through, Yahweh Shema Shai is taking us through these things to see we're going to react carnally, all right? Or we're going to act faithless, or we're going to act having faith. You see? Because at the end of the day, it's a belief system, all right, that keeps us going, man. Because we all going to go through circumstances, man. But what are we going to do in those circumstances, man? Are we going to apply faith, or we're going to be faithless, man? And and if we do things, all right, with a mindset, you know, of the what if, that pretty much destroys faith. We gotta do things with a mindset, all right, of Yahweh Shema Shai gonna make a way. You know, focus on what we can do. We always gotta focus on what we can do in every situation, because there's gonna be things, there's gonna be moving parts in our situations that, you know, we can't control. So we have to focus on what we can do and just let faith work it out, man. Do we believe? Do I believe Yahweh Shema Shai, you know, brought me this far in the faith, you know, to abandon me, you know, when it comes to these mandates, all right? To abandon me when it comes to Jacob trouble, to abandon me if my woman leave. You see? We gotta react to things in faith, and see, we only gonna have that reaction if we really believe, man. When someone really believes, you know, there's a certain energy. It pretty much like, you know, you can't stop them when someone really believes in something. All right, it's the energy that they carry. Like, damn, he won't quit. He won't stop. You know, or she won't quit. She won't stop. You see why? Because there's a belief within that person, all right, that always knows it's gonna work out some way. You know, and that's another way to look past your circumstances when you look in faith, when you maneuver in faith, man. You know, because you know this current circumstance ain't gonna be always, man. You know, so we really have to examine ourselves and how we thinking. If we believe, man, do we believe what's written? You know, you can't. Come on, man. It's like, I'm gonna let this window down. It's like, you know, you can read something, you can teach something, but then when it comes to real time, that's the test. You know, because reading and teaching is like a study guide, but the test, all right, is the reality of it, man. Applying it in reality. You see? So let's go back. Let's finish that. But the Most High is cause see, the Most High is examining us to see, all right, what type of mindset we have, man. You know, Yahweh Shai is the one that's creating these circumstances in our life to see how we gonna react, man. Do this brother really believe? You know, because everybody, you know, you brothers, you know, used to play sports. You had a lot of Jakes, you know, that was real good in practice. You know, they was real good in practice. But then in the game, they wouldn't show up, you know, because they was familiar with the people they was practicing with. So, you know, they will be more, you know, they will be more, you know, loose. You know, they will have more confidence, you know, within their play. You see, but when it came to people that they didn't know, all right, they would curl up because they really didn't have faith. They just had, you know, this certain energy when things was more of a control condition. You know, like practice is a more controlled setting than the actual game. You know, and then there's pressure on in the game, but in practice ain't that much pressure. So, you know, we can't, you know, show out in practice and then don't do nothing in the game. You know, we gotta perform in the game, and it comes with what? Having faith, all right, from within. So reading on this 2 Corinthians 13:5, it says, examine yourselves whether ye be in the faith, prove your own selves, know ye not your own selves, how that Yahweh Shah Hamashiach is in you, except ye be reprobate. Yeah, we gotta know Yahweh Shah is within us, man. All right, he in us. You think he gonna let something happen to us and he's in us? You know, outside of being a martyr, you know, if there's, you know, within our story, you know, brothers have to die for their testimony, and even then, Yahweh Shai is still with us because he's gonna resurrect, all right, all the martyrs at his coming. You see? So even they can't take away, all right, the reward that Yahweh Shai has for us, man, even in death. You know? So just like when, you know, Yahweh Shai was on the boat and they woke him up, you know, the quiet the storm. You see, he was like, look, man, y'all a little faith. You know, I'm here. You think something gonna happen to y'all and I'm here? And that's the same mentality we have to have today, man. Most High didn't bring us to these situations to where when something chaotic happen, you know, we just supposed to lay down, man. No, man, if we believe, we know we're gonna press forward. And then we have to always ask ourselves, what is Yahweh Shema Shah showing me in this situation, man? And there's always a lesson, there's always a test, man. You know? Hey, they were talking about them mandates at my job this morning, man. And I was just so excited, you know, because it could happen. I'm seeing it this year, maybe, you know, because I know that when we start getting fired, that means the Most High got the next phase already set up for us, man. When they stop taking exemptions, when they stop, you know, when you ain't no more loopholes and you know these things are just mandated, that means Yahweh Bashim Al Shai already has something else set up. You know, like I say, we move in wisdom, and we're gonna go through. All right, we're gonna go through some uncomforts, man. You know, we might go through a time period where, hey, we eating in rations, man. You know, we have to go on the water diet or something, man. But we still believe, man. While you drinking that water, still believe. You ain't drunk water, you know, it's been 2 weeks and you've been drinking water. Believe, man. Keep believing. You know, because guess what? It's gonna come a time when with that second Esdras 2:27. You know, if a brother can post it. You know, second Esdras 2:27. I believe there's 28, one of them. You know, I was gonna have abundance. You know, but it's gonna be a period of us being tried before that comes. You know, you don't get fired and then just have abundance and be chilling. You know, it's gonna come. As this society suffer, we're gonna have to suffer with it. But see, it's gonna come a time where favor gonna kick in, and that's why scripture say, "Then shall they know who are my chosen." Cause we all gonna be in the same situation. We're gonna be in the same situation with everyone, but then it's gonna be some favor to kick in, and then be like, "Damn, they straight. They got a different spirit on them." You know? All right. This is second Ezra 2:27 said, be not weary, for when the day of trouble and heaviness cometh, others shall weep and be sorrowful, but thou shalt be merry and have abundance, man. Thou shalt be merry and have abundance. You know, and we have to believe that. The reason I'm smiling is they talking about mandates because I believe that. That's written. You know, how he gonna do it, I don't know. He gonna do it. You see? He gonna do it. He gonna make a way. So at the end of the day, all right, it's about, do we believe, man? And I say a belief is an action. Belief is all action, man. When you go to I think that's First John. All right, this is First John 3:18. It says, my little children, let us not love in word, neither in tongue, but in deed and in truth. Love is an action. You see, belief is an action. You know what it says in James. Your belief, your action is going to show how much you believe. You know, that's going to be the gauge of how much you believe is based on your actions. All right. Like I say, guys that make it to the league, you gotta understand they've been playing football for so long or basketball for so long that pretty much their life was centered around that one thing. Everything they did was centered around that one thing because they had a different level of belief. Like it's some guys, you know, there's amazing athletes, you know, but never, you know, make it all right pro because they don't have that same belief system as other guys. Cause that belief system gonna what? It's gonna promote you to what? Have a particular diet. It's gonna promote you to have discipline. It's gonna promote you to stay out of trouble. It's gonna promote you to be focused. It's gonna promote you not to miss a workout, not to miss a practice. Why? Because you have a belief. You see, just like with the ministry, you have a belief. So there's nothing that can separate you from what you got to do because because you believe. You know. There's a lot of things that you lose out on based on what? How much you believe, man, because you know the things surrounding us don't matter, man. It's about the belief that's within us. That's why Howard Shah said, look, the kingdom of heaven is within you. You see? He said, look, it's not low, it's not there, it's within you. He was telling the disciples, it's within you, man. The kingdom is within you. It starts with you. All right? So beginning with those first fruit, those 144,000 men, you see, there's a particular belief and drive within those men that can't be stopped, man. Ain't nothing you can do to turn it off, man. Ain't no off switch. You see? Unless how about Shemal Shah turn it off. He's the only one that can turn it off, man. But once it's on, man. You know? Reading on. Read it again. All right, this is back in First John 3:18. First John 3:18 says, my little children, let us not love in word, neither in tongue, but in deed and in truth, man. It's an action, man. You know, love is an action, man. Even when you go to the book of James. All right. This is James 2. All right, this is James 2:14. It said, what doth it profit, my brethren, though a man say he have faith and have not works? Can faith save him? See, what we have to understand, what faith produces a particular, all right, mindset. Faith produces a particular lifestyle, man, that's going to guide us to, all right, salvation. Now it's going to take, you know, pure faith to make particular decisions. When we get to these points, we're going to have to make a decision based off of faith, all right? But in our day-to-day, faith produces a mindset, man, you know? And it says, if a brother or sister be naked or destitute of food of daily food, you see that? If a brother or sister be naked or destitute of daily food. Now, he's making an analogy of actual food, but we got to understand, what are we feeding the sheep, man? Spiritual food, man. All right? We're feeding the sheep spiritual food. Verse 16 says, and one of you say unto them, depart in peace, be ye warmed and filled. Notwithstanding, ye give them those things which are needful to the body. All right. What doth it profit? And what body are we feeding? The body of Yahushua. You see, our belief in Yahushua, we're constantly feeding the body of Yahushua. You know? So it wouldn't do no good, you know, if we believe, you know, as men of Yahweh Shema Shai, we have faith, but we're not doing what it takes to feed the sheep. You can't just say, I believe you gonna make it, sister, but you're not grooming the minds of the elect. I believe, you're gonna be good, brother. We're gonna make it, brother. I just believe, man, we're gonna be all right. But we're not doing the things, all right, that's building them up, all right, that's edifying them to the point where they have just crazy faith, man, where they're fully persuaded. All right? There's an action that has to take place with this faith, man. Like I say, faith is action, man. That's what true faith is about, action, man. When you go to, and it says, verse 2 and 17 says, even so faith, if it have not works, is dead, being alone. Yeah, a man say, thou hast faith and I have works. Show me thy faith without thy works, and I will show thee my faith by my works. I will show thee my faith by my works. All right? Having faith without works, that's dead, because that's not true faith. That's just lip service, because you can say anything, man. Your actions show real faith, because faith is an action. You can, and to say faith without works is dead. Why? Because even the decision we're gonna have to make, not to comply, that's an action. That's an actual action that causes consequences and effects. You see, teaching this word, it's an action that causes consequences and effects. People are mad at you. People distance themselves from you. Hey, we lose things. All right. Families, maybe, hey, we might lose, cousins, best friends in the world. Your parents might disown you. That's a consequence by it, because there was an act of faith. You're not celebrating these holidays. You're not in the same spirit as the rest of the family you grew up with. Why? Because of faith has separated you, man. Faith separated us, man. Because faith promotes what? Obedience, man. And obedience to Yahweh Shema Shai puts us at odds with this society, man, by default. So understanding what? Like the brother just put this, the brother Aquab, 1 Timothy 6 and 5, it says, fight the good fight of faith. Yo, see, fight the good fight of faith. It's an action, man. It's a fight. It's a fight to stay in the faith, man. Because this society is meant to try to break you down, man, to get you to think like them. There's always an attack on what you do, trying to belittle what you do like it ain't a big deal. That's an attack on your faith, man. You see? It's always gonna be some type of attack, demons messing with us, trying to plant seeds in our head, demons jumping on people around us. It's an attack on our faith, man. you know. But this thing is a fight, and it says, lay hold on eternal life, whereunto thou art also called, and has professed a good profession before many witnesses. Yeah, man, we done professed in what we believe, and now people around us are saying is we gonna carry this thing out. The people that know that what we do, all right, people that watch, on the YouTube, man, everybody's watching us to see how we gonna finish this thing, man. You know, and we want to finish like, hey, we want to. At the end of the day, we'd rather die on our feet, you know. All right, than try to live on our knees, man. The hell with that, man. We go out swinging, man, and it's all because of faith. Got another one. This is another from the brother Aquab, Speckled Bird. This is Hebrews 3:2 said, wherefore, holy brethren, partakers of the heavenly call, consider, all right, the apostle Paul and the high priest of our profession, Yahweh Shai Hamashiach. Yeah, man. And see, Yahweh Shai, he set the tone. He set the tone pretty much how he made himself a sacrifice. Because he believed that the Most High was going to, do what he said he was going to do. And you have to remember, the Most High doesn't have to answer or explain himself to no one. He can do what he want, how he want, man. You see? But the Most High did what, man? He bound himself to his word, and Yahweh Shai, he believed that, man. And then he laid his life down, man, for his brethren. You see, Yahweh Shai showed the ultimate act of faith, man. Knowing that, all right, he was going to be resurrected, set at the right hand of the throne, but he did it all in faith, man. He went to the cross in faith. That's why he stopped talking. He went, like I say, when Yahweh Shai was showcasing his faith, man. That's why he didn't talk to Pilate like that. When he say, thou sayest, you see it? Because he was locked in. He already knew, I got to do what I got to do. Once he understood that was the way, he had to do what he had to do. And see, another thing that the Most High, he calls, Peter, James, and John to go to sleep, man, because Yahweh Shai, he had to face that himself, man. He had to overcome, all right, his holdups himself, man, because he asked for another way, all right, but he had to overcome them holdups himself, man. The Most High strengthened him, and he went and did what he had to do, man. So he was the ultimate example of faith, man. Like I say, and the more and the closer we get, to this time, man, we have to be like Yahweh Shai, man. Outside of teaching the word, it ain't a lot to talk about, man. It's all action now, man. This thing is about action now, man. And that's what's being required of us, man. The Most High requiring more action, man. You see? Less complaining, more action, more teaching, man. The Most High finna deal with our complaints. He's finna, hey, matter of fact, another thing, like, the niggas, like, the niggas that get on your nerve, niggas at work or whatever, like, most of these guys is fully, juiced up. So that's the Most High. Hey, he's getting ready to pick these niggas off, like these problems and these the different things that we got around. The Most High is finna get ready to start picking these niggas off, man. Moving people out the script completely, man. It ain't no sense of, complaining a lot, man. Most High finna remove these people, man. They finna be out the way, man. We on to something else, man. A lot of things shouldn't even bother us no more, because when you believe, that block a lot of shit out. The more you believe, all right, the more minute, the little simple shit be, man. That Satan try to make to be a big deal. All right, this is from another one from the brother Yaakov Speckled Bird, 1 Corinthians 16:13. It says, watch, stand fast in faith, be brave, be strong, man. Be brave, be strong, man. This is the worst time ever to get weak, man. Because Esau, Edom, spiritual demon Satan, he coming hard. He coming hard body at the end of this thing, man. All right? And whatever weakness we got, he gonna play on it. We all got weaknesses. We all got shortcomings. But see, faith gotta override that, man. You see, the fear of Yahweh Shema Shai gotta override all these things, man. We gotta be strong and brave in the faith, man. You know, the brothers on the front line, man. You Akim, keep doing what you doing, moving how you moving, man. In the faith, man, you brothers, on fire for the word. You brothers maximizing your portion, whatever your portion is, man. But every portion gonna be different, man. You know, every portion gonna be different, but it's about magnifying your office, and you do that when you believe, man. And that's something we have to ask ourselves from time to time. Do we believe, man? And when you fully persuaded, ain't nothing can be said. Hey, with the 3 Hebrew boys, man, they were fully persuaded in their power. All right, they told Nebuchadnezzar, like, look, we ain't gonna be careful to answer you, man. We ain't gonna bow down to your image, whether the Most High deliver us or not. They stood stiffly. Daniel, he didn't change up nothing, man. He kept praying to his power. He didn't change up nothing, man. He didn't care about the orders, all right, of the kings, man. Our forefathers didn't care about. It don't matter who you was on the earth. You can be this great, exalted king in the earth, man. When it came to Yahweh Shema Shai, they wouldn't move, man. Even going back to Joseph. Why didn't Joseph, commit adultery, all right, with Pharaoh's wife, man? Because the fear of Yahweh Shema Shai overrode anything Pharaoh can do to him, man. They was unmovable, man. You got Judas Maccabees, man. Those few thousand men against those tens of thousands of men. Why was he, amped up to go head up, man? Because the faith, you see? And that's the level of faith, we're building up, we're being built up to, man. Just that insane faith, man, where there ain't nothing you can tell us, man. It is what it is, man. Whether Yahweh Shema Shai deliver us from every situation or not, we know one thing. Yahweh Shai coming back, man. They gonna have to deal with Yahweh Shai, man. You see? We just the mouthpieces, man. We, we the heralds, Elder Apostle, Gabar likes to go into. We just the heralds, man. You see? At the end of the day, they gonna have to deal with Yahweh Shai. They gotta deal with Yahweh Shai regardless, man. They can cut all the YouTube channels, They can come around, particular brothers up. They can do what they gonna do, man. All right? But at the end of the day, they gotta see Yahweh Shai, man. And I'm fully persuaded in that, man. Yahweh Shai gonna come see about these people, man. So that was pretty much the point. Just something we have to always consider, within the ministry. All right. Whether we believe or not, man. Because we come to a time where it's going to have to be something within us, all right, that's going to push us through, man. It's going to have to be something within us, man. And at the end of the day, all right, each and every individual, has to, gird up their loins in the spirit and go through it, man. So Lord will you brothers and you few sisters were edified. Once again, I'm give all praise and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors unto the apostles, all right, and the elders of GMS who rule well, teach well, being great example to his younger brothers, and peace and blessed salutation to the hopeful elect. Till next time I say Shalom, Kwam Yashala, Abba, DTA soon.